feel like I'm forgetting something. Seem to have audio. Seem to have music. Seem to have set the title. What am I forgetting? Hi everyone, it's me. I want to do this Blobz puzzle. I feel I just already know I'm gonna do a bad job. But we'll just do it and we'll have fun. We'll enjoy it. I do want to fix. So I did lose like all my grease monkey or tamper monkey or violent monkey or whatever kind of monkey I was using. I don't remember what kind of monkey I was using. The script that set all my stuff. I don't know why I did this. Who knows? I'm sure I just did this on stream. At some point, I apparently threw up a user script as a GitHub gist that did some of these things, but not all of the things I want. But at least it's the more annoying one, I think, or it at least like sets all the stuff up here and all of that stuff. No clue why this is pasted 3 times. Maybe that it's like maybe me just trying to make something work. But what's missing here is all of the like the background stuff. So, but I think I don't think that will be too hard. So we need to do like be like a document.get element by hello? Because we need, okay, wait, hang on. That was weird. Oh my gosh. Don't hit escape, I guess. Too used to. So I know that there's like the background div and the grid div. And we just have to figure out what those are. Don't look at the puzzle yet. Don't spoil it. So game, it's game div is what we really want. So we want game, and then we want the grid itself, which I think is just grid. And then we need a grid dot what? How do you do this? We don't want to add a class. We just want to add a, what is the way? Embarrassing. I could forget such a thing. It is just .style.property. What did I type? Did I not? I wonder why that did not autocomplete. Oh my gosh, don't hit escape. Don't hit escape. Don't hit it. Oh, maybe because this isn't defined here. And it's my own problem. Is that the whole problem? Yeah. Okay. Is that all it takes, possibly? It seems like that didn't work. Did the other thing work? Oh, we have errors. We might need to like do the thing. This is a silly way to do this, but it's the way I'm going to choose to do it. This may not be the right way anymore. Could do like an onloaded thing or whatever, but document.get element ID. I mean, maybe I need to actually wait till the window's loaded or something. Like, how do I know when it's loaded? I don't remember how I did that. But it is just, oh, it's class. The class is game. Sorry, not the div. Class, oops. Document.what? Is that a query selector? Oops, not that. Is it just dot? I don't remember. It's something like this. I could look it up, or I could just guess. That's wrong. Maybe that returns an array or something. I just can't remember. First element in the document. So we need a document query selector. It really is not just, yeah. Dot. That may just not exist at the time this runs. At document start. So I'm sure it's not a hard thing. Get out of here. Stop. Definitely. Big giant no. Why would that be true? Is it just that it's not built yet? Or there's some like event on the app or something. I wish I could remember what I did. How did I do this? Document.querySelector.game. Is that not right? What is it? The class is game. So you would think that this would work. If I run this after things are initialized. Oops. Why doesn't... Hello? What? Like copy paste is really harming me. Allow pasting. So do this. Is that weird? No, that is a thing. So maybe I'm just doing it too early. Is there some event? I don't know. Framework.app. They're like a unloaded or something. How do you think I did that in the past? There's like a loaded or a ready or I don't remember doing this. Oops. Gojo, how's it going? I mean, I've definitely been thinking about Sudoku RTX. Been thinking about it. How do I know what is actually valid here? Like a ready or a loaded or something? I just don't even know what framework it's using. So I'm just making up ready. I had a way that I was doing this, though, and I really just don't remember. I don't remember it being very complicated. I just can't really remember what the thing was. No terrier darts, no, I can't do it. How did I do that? How did I do this? How did I make this run properly? Or is my query selector wrong? My query selector seems correct. I'm going to say that my query selector is right. It's just running too early. Oh no. I mean, maybe this is not the way to do this. I think this is correct. Yeah, this is correct. It's just getting it to run at the proper time is the annoying part. Do you think ChatGPT will know? But the problem is it's just Sudoku pad, you know? It's just, I'm sure it's all, how did I figure this out? How did I figure this out? starting Sudoku pad. This is what we want. We want whatever is doing this. Like basically, so in the app, when app gets called, we want this.puzzle.onStart. But will I have puzzle by that time? That's a thing I'm just not sure of, is like when app will exist. I guess I will. Let's try it. So it looks like, and this is just me guessing, because that's how we do things around here, that if I had an app.puzzle.onStart, I don't think oh, you think just have a while loop? I could. That would be gross. I don't like doing that. How is everybody today? Skojo, I don't think I know what you do for work. Oh, yes, I do. Escape room, right? You live in an escape room, and every day you have to go to work and you're locked in the escape room and then you have to escape. Is that correct? App is not defined at this point, but is app defined here? This is such an old trick. I don't know if this is still a valid trick. Oldest trick in the book. How? Okay, well maybe I need to see like what is actually calling, what is calling this? How do I run after this? Maybe it's just a question of this. Maybe that's the actual problem. Wait, are you like you're like the saw guy? Are you, what's his name? Jigsaw? Is it just that you just sit there and like have a little speaker, a little microphone you talk into and say, you want to play a game? I don't know if that's how Jigsaw talks. I did see the first Saw movie in theaters 20 years ago or whatever. Run out document end? Is this the right way? Maybe I'm making two things too difficult. Uh-oh. Do you edit this? Okay. Is that my whole problem? Maybe this is good enough if it's just at document end. No, we're still too early. 27. Oh, no, sorry. There we go. Adequate. Why is grid not defined? Maybe grid isn't made yet? That would be sad. Div. Grid div. This is just not even how you write JavaScript. Okay, are we back in business here? I think we are. So let's actually put this somewhere that it will exist in the future. Can I edit this? Sure, I can. Okay. Okay, a very important public gist. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Someday I'm going to do a like Skojo puzzle. It's not, I actually like the idea that Jigsaw just loves puzzles so much. It's not just about the murder. Like Jigsaw sometimes just wants to set Sudoku puzzles and just wants people to enjoy them. It's not, yes, the murder is a thing. Sure. If you want to get hung up on it. I mean, there is a, I almost hesitate to admit it. Sometimes a good old-fashioned set timeout is a handy thing. I've used set timeout as a get out of jail free card. Who would love Killer Sudoku? Of course. Okay, so we have a skyscraper puzzle. Sorry, I'm still getting all set up here. Look at these skyscrapers. Cool. Cool. Which skyscrapers do we want? The night one? Are we, I freeze something? Do we do this city? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Maybe don't touch it. Okay, let's just do this. Kind of like it. Get some skyscrapers in the background. Sometimes it gets a little intense. Ooh boy, maybe that's too much. Some of the camera moves are a little something. So I'm realizing that this is going to be really hard to see the skyscraper clues, huh? We could make the whole board white instead of just the oops. I don't know how anything works. Maybe board instead. Maybe just for today. Because I don't think I normally want that. Okay, is that better? A little more legible. Okay, that background is too much, isn't it? Too bad. How about some buildings? Elevator to infinity, cool. Kind of like that. You take the elevator to infinity? Okay, and we go with the infinite elevator on skyscrapers. Okay, so here's the problem. This puzzle by Blobz, I'm sure will be great because Blobz puzzles are great. Here's the things that worry me. Thing number one is I have a problem with oil and water puzzles that maybe is like a mild form of synesthesia where the colors are backwards from what I think they should be. Or like, I should actually say, to me, even digits are water and odd digits are oil. Just, I don't know why that is. That's just how it feels to me. And so I'm almost guaranteed to get that backwards. That's just to say that out loud. And then the skyscraper clues, I just don't have a lot of experience with skyscraper puzzles. So I'm a little worried about like taking a variant that I have trouble with sometimes and a variant I don't have a lot of familiarity with sometimes is a little scary. Especially, why are there vertical clues? How does that work? So digits in the grid represent the heights of skyscrapers, and clues outside the grid indicate the number of skyscrapers visible in the corresponding row or column. How is there ever... So does this mean there's like layers of skyscrapers? I thought skyscrapers were just sort of a horizontal up and down thing. I don't know that I'm familiar with the idea of... Yeah, maybe that's true. We could use the monkey script to swap things out. I used Violent Monkey today. I don't know if that was the right thing to use. I don't remember what we used previously. I don't think it really matters. So digits in the grid represent the heights of skyscrapers. Oh, any digit, any individual digit is a skyscraper height? Okay, maybe I misunderstood how skyscraper rules work, or maybe that's a different rule set. So that means from here, I can see 3 skyscrapers, meaning that... Okay, sorry, I think I was... Okay, sorry, I think I understand it now. Within this row, there's the digits 1 through 9. From this viewpoint, big digits block small digits. So we know there's not a 9 here. Ignoring this, we know there's not a 9 here because we need to see at least 3. So 9 could be here because then we could see 3 because we can never... If we... Sorry, 9 could be here even, right? because then we'd see 3 sky. If this was 1 and this was 2 and this was 9, we'd see 3. So what would be cool is like 2 really big numbers across from each other, I guess, but I don't see that. Like I was just wondering if we could place a 5 in the middle. Like this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that could be a 9, and 1, 2, and that could be a 9, but we have some leeway on where the 9 could be. So I was hoping to find, like the best you could hope for, I guess, is a 5 and a 5. Because then that would force the 9 in the middle. Uh-oh, tomato in the face. Am I missing something obvious? But it does seem like 9s are very, in skyscraper land, 9s are going to be pretty restrictive for us. So that's interesting news. The other news, but maybe I don't know. I'm tempted to actually start thinking about oil and water instead first, because I don't see like a super obvious, again, having not much experience with skyscraper puzzles. I don't know any super great tricks. But oil and water, I think we could certainly start on, because I do know some oil and water tricks. Good old-fashioned oil and water tricks. So each cage is full of either oil, which is even digits, which is outrageous to say, full of water, odd digits, or a mix of both. In all cases, each row within a cage is of just one type, oil or water. Oil floats on water, so even digits will always be in rows above odd digits in mixed cages. Although now that I've said that, we know that like this is of one, I want to say polarity, which is weird. I guess it still is, like even versus odd. It's from one set, even or odd. That's going to be one set, even or odd. But without knowing totals, it's actually a little hard to say anything. Right? There are some interesting things. Oil floats on water, so even digits will always be in rows above odd digits in mixed cages. So what's interesting about this, for example, is just knowing that there are 4 even digits. There's definitely some even digits in here, and as soon as you have one even digit, like here or here or here, that will inform the nature of the rest of the row. But actually, that also, interestingly, doesn't that mean that we have multiple odd digits that we have to place? And as soon as we place an odd digit up here, which odd is water, odd is water. As soon as we place an odd digit up here, this whole thing has to be water. So at least one of these is liquid, water all the way up. So that's fun. It's a fun party. I wish these numbers on the edges were bigger. Yeah, I just don't have any go-to tricks for skyscraper, so you're gonna have to just sort of first principles this. Like the 5-3 is kind of interesting, but it's not that interesting. It means whenever we have the 5-3, we know 9 is not in here, and we know 9 is not in here, but it gives us a little party place for the 9 to be, which is kind of interesting, because wherever the 9 is in this party place, we just said that 9 is water. So if we have a 9 here, then this whole thing is water. And if we have a 9 here, this whole thing is water. So that is sort of interesting. So I think I'm starting to think I see how this is going to go, or like what the interplay is going to be. Because there has to be kind of like a staggering thing going on. So I'm just going to do something that's silly, but just to help me think through for a second. So I think 9s can go in here, because we need to see at least 3 here and at least 5 here. And 9s could go in here. there's a 5 and a 3 here. See, it gets annoying with like the 4. 9 could be here all the way to here. So you could have 9s in here. I'm probably not going to keep this coloring. I'm just trying to think a little. Like 9s going in here. And the 4 or 2 just extra sucks. And then up here, the 5th one and the 3rd digit could be in there. So, okay. You can imagine like there's going to have to be sort of an alternating thing going on, which gets interesting when you're thinking about oil and water. So I'm wondering if that's kind of what the theme is. Digits can't repeat in cages, I assume. Yeah. So the thing I was just thinking about, which is a little bit interesting, is knowing that water is heavy. We have 5 water digits to place in this cage, for example. I was just trying to think like, can this be water, for example? But I guess it could be. Because you could have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 waters and still be able to put a water here, and then all the rest would be oil. So maybe that's not that cool. Also just looking at rows and columns that have a whole lot of occupied squares and thinking about what they could be, especially this one. This one is pretty interesting because it's all at the top. And as soon as we have a water up here, it fills the whole. Yeah, this does seem like this just, again, without really knowing anything, feels like kind of the most constrained place to be. And yeah, again, just kind of thinking about this little window as a place for a 9. Meaning that is definitely an odd digit, which is water. And having water all the way up here is kind of interesting. Having water all the way up here would mean that would be all of the odd digits. Having this be all water, you could still plop some oil on top. So you only need 4 of the 5. But here, you would need all odd digits. If your 9 is... Sorry, where did you say? 9 could be in that little window. Having 9 in here seems a little bit hard, but I guess... Yeah. What do we know about this? We know these 2 are the same. We know these 3 are the same. And we know these 2 are the same. But it's annoyingly, there's a world, I think, where this could all be water, or this could all be water. Yeah, to forgive me. I feel like I'm like first principles, kind of trying to understand what skyscraper rules mean. I've definitely watched some. I've maybe done one. So thinking about the composition here. I mean, I guess there is kind of a corollary here of that feels less interesting, but just to voice it, you don't want to see too many skyscrapers either. Like, if the 9 ends up being here, there's got to be some like zigzagginess going on. Surely we can say something about oil and water here. There's something about these little piggy tails. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, well, okay. Each cage is either full of oil, even digits, or water, or a mix of both. In all cases, each row within a cage is just one type. Oil floats on water. Doesn't that mean that these have to be water? Because I don't have enough oil to fill these to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I only have 4 even digits. So is that correct to say that these have to be water? Because digits can't repeat in a cage. So I can't just put this digit here. So no matter what, I would run out of even digits if I tried to get here. So doesn't that mean that these are water? Is that a true statement? Oh, no, I need confirmation from Skojo on that. Like, could this ever be oil? If this is oil, it's oil all the way to the top, and that's 5 unique digits, and that's not going to work. That means that that's all of my even digits in that row. Okay, Skojo approves. Oil. Should oil be yellow? I kind of want oil to be orange. So that's a little interesting. Similarly, well, this is the same problem. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough oil for that. So this has to be water on the bottom. And if I put water in here, I have too many waters. I've like used up. Wait, did I? No, I already screwed up. I already screwed up. I already screwed up. I already did the thing that I said I was going to do. Yes, I did. I did. I did. I fell into the trap. Water should be even. I'm just going to say it. Water should be even. It's a crime. I'm sorry. That was wrong. These are odd digits. These are odd digits. So I have one more odd digit to put down here. But the thing I was about to say is true. Even blue water. Yeah, that does all sound right to me. Even is blue is water. It all adds up. But it's not true. These are odd digits. But the I have the same thing is true for any of these that have 5 are going to be water on the bottom, right? They're going to be odd on the bottom. I don't know what to do about this. I'm just going to keep messing up, I guess. Yeah, I mean, oil, odd, orange. Yeah, it's we live in a broken world. But okay, I'm gonna say any of these that has 5 or more has to have water at the bottom because we don't have enough oil to fill it up. Now, I will say even is light and odd is heavy. I feel like that's true. So maybe I just have to keep that in mind. Even is light and odd is heavy. So in that case, I feel like I'm okay. Okay, so are these the only 5-digit doodads? So that gives us 3 odd digits, right? And if I try to make this odd, I'm going to be in trouble. So this is definitely oil. So is this true? Because if this was even, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 odd digits. So that's even, which makes this even. That I feel is correct. And I only have 2 more odd digits to place. No. Sorry. Gosh, I cannot get this straight. I only have 1 more even digit in this row. So these are not even. Because if I tried... Is that true? Is that possible? Hang on. I'm extremely confusing myself. So am I happy with where things are now? I think these 5 cells are wet on the bottom, odd on the bottom. This one, if we tried to make this blue, we would have too much blue. So this is definitely orange. And so that means this is definitely orange. So that I feel pretty good about. So we've used 3 of our even digits. So if we try to make this even, it's no good. And if we try to make this even, it's no good, because then we will have 5 even digits. So these are wet. So these are wet. So these are oily. Is that true? And that means 9, we said our window of where 9 could be was in here, right? Because we need to see at least 5 from this direction, which would mean that could be a 9, but 9 is not even. So I guess what I'm saying, and I definitely am counting on you, Gojo, for some, where's Terrier still here? That I think I want to say that this is 9. Because again, that 9 could only be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be the 5th digit. It could be 1, 2, 3. It could be the 3rd digit. One of these is 9. 9 is not an even number, so I think we have to put 9 right here. Is that true? Is that a true and undisputed fact? I kind of want to reverse these colors, but what are you going to do? We also know that this can't be a 1. This can't be a 1 because then we wouldn't see 3 digits. Right? Because if we had a 1 here, anything we put here, we're going to skip over the top of this. So this is not a 1 and it's not a 9, so it's 3, 5, or 7. This could only be a 3 if this was a 2. That means this can't be an 8 for the same reason, because if this was an 8, we'd see 8 and then 9. So this is 2, 4, or 6. This can't be an 8, but this could. Now let's think about what this could be. So it can't be an 8 because then we would just see 8 and 9. We'd only see 2. So it's not an 8. If it was a 6, I don't think it could be a 6 because then we could only have 7, 8, 9 and we'd only see 4. So I think this can't be a 6. So I think that could only be a 2 or a 4. And this can only be a 2, 4, or a 6. I think this could be an 8 though. There's definitely a 1 in here. Oh, and it's not there. So this is the 1. So we're never going to see this. This is definitely invisible. So we're definitely seeing this, and we're seeing this. We're seeing 2 out of the 5, so we need to see 3 more somewhere in the world. The placement of the 8. If we tried to put the 8 here, we'd only see 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 8 can't be here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be thinking this much about this yet. Right, because if I put a 7 here, I'd see 1, 2, 3. The 8 would be 4. I think this one's constrained too. So this is 3, 5, or 7. But if I have a 7 here, I see 1, 2. I could see an 8 and the 9, and I only see 4. So I think that can't be a 7. And this is 2, 4, 6, 8. But I think if I have the 8 here, I only see 1, 2, 3, 4. So that can't be 8. It's possible that this couldn't be a 4. Maybe that's not true. If this was a 4, I'd be seeing these 2. And then the odd digits I would have available are 5 and 7. And I'd still have 6 and 8. So I think that's okay. Except something's got to go over here. Okay, well, that was fun. The 9 down here. Don't we have, we kind of place the 9 in this. Okay, so we could have 1, 2, 3. 9 could be the 4th digit, and 9 could be the 1, 2, 3rd digit, but 9 can't be there. So 9 is in here somewhere, right? So 9 is down here somewhere. But 9 can't be here because we need to see 3. So that puts the 9 here. Is that true? Possibly. So that's 3, 5, or 7. One of those is the 7. Is that really true? I don't know. Could be. I mean, it checks out in terms of where the 9 would want to be down here, which is in this little range. Nine is indeed an odd digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So doesn't that mean this sees every odd digit? These two digits see every odd digit because they see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odd digits. So these are even digits. And same here, since these are all odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odd digits. These are even. And that's all of my even digits. So this is an odd digit also. So one of these is odd and one of these is even. Seeing 3 here becomes interesting with, depending on where the 9 goes. So we have 1 even and 1 odd remaining in there, 1 even and 1 odd remaining in here, 1 even and 1 odd remaining in here. So that's kind of annoying. But one, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So One of these is a 9. And it's not this one. So either this is a 9 or this is a 9. 1, 2. But this can't. Can this be a 9? Yeah. Because of the row. This is fine. This 9 is fine for where it's 3 and 3 on both sides. This 9 is 5. It's fine for 3 and 3 on both sides. I need to go back to thinking about... Okay, well, we can see here that these are not odd. Because for these two to be odd, all 3 of these would have to be odd. So my brain hates this. For these to be blue, if we try to make these blue, then these have to be blue, and it's way too many blues in this column. So these are definitely orange, I think. Which means that 9 could be here. 9 could have previously been from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, but we're saying that 9 is not here. So we're saying 9 is in here. Which still works for this. Are we going to have a similar problem trying to make this? Yeah, if we try to make this blue, then this is all blue, and that's way too much blue here. So these are definitely orange. It doesn't, it's not true here. These could be if these were all even. I feel like there's more to do with reducing the options here, and I'm just not quite seeing it. Okay, sorry, I have to stand up for 1 minute. We'll be right back. Literally, I have to stand up. My watch is telling me to stand up. I have to do it. Be right back. Yeah, trying to back. Okay, so we were thinking that I'm probably not doing a good job of reducing options, skyscraper options, because I don't know what I'm doing. I guess we know a couple things here for this. These are 2, 4, 6, or 8, but if I put an 8 here, I don't see this digit anymore. So then I only see 2. So they can't have an 8 here. And if I put a 2 here, then it's lower than this digit, so I don't see it, and then I only see 2. So that's cool. Whatever this digit is over here. Whatever this digit is over here. What else do we know about life? We know that if we tried to make this orange, we would have a problem. Because if we made this orange and this would all be orange, then we'd have too many digits. So this is even, right? If this was orange, this is orange, we have 5 oranges, so this is blue. So we only have one more odd to place. Down here. If we tried to make this orange, then this would be orange, and that would be too much. So these are even. Nine could be annoyingly. No. Actually, that's good. This is good. Oh, we should have seen that much earlier. 9 in this. In row 3, it could be on the 4th digit or it could be on the 2nd digit. So it could be anywhere in here, but this 9 rules these out. So one of these is a 9, but it's definitely not. 9 is not orange. As everyone knows. Uh-oh, Skoja, did I make a mistake? Uh-oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no. Oh no. What awful mistake did I make? These colors are truly killing me. Oh no, Skoja's just... Too much orange in row 4. There is indeed. How did that happen? That was me probably thinking those were, oh my gosh, that was so long ago. Oh, it was so long ago. I'm glad you caught it though. Thank you. Sad. That was sad. I think actually a fair amount of the logic after that was still fine. Okay. I think that's still okay because we still know the... I think we're still okay. I think the... Thank you for catching that. I appreciate that. I think a lot of what we've done since then is still fine. So like where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, where the 9 can be is still, I think 9 is still here. I think that is still true. I think where we said the 1 could be is probably wrong because 1 could be here. So that is a sad story. But the thing we just said about 9 here, which was 9 could be the 4th digit or the 2nd digit, but it can't be in here. So 9 is definitely here somewhere, but it's not there. I think that's still fine. And I think that everything we did with trying to make this odd. Sorry. Oh God. Yes. Trying to make this blue means that there'd be too much blue here. In fact, yeah, so this is definitely orange. Okay, that's embarrassing, but I'm glad I feel like we're still on track. At least I don't have to restart over like yesterday. This precludes this from being all blue. So this is orange. I feel like there was another one of those that we did. This can't be all orange because that would be too much orange, right? We said this couldn't be blue because then this would all be blue and that would be bad. So this is orange. So that's 2 of our 4 orange. So this has to be blue. I hope. Sincerely, hope. That helps us with the 4th digit to the 3rd digit. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 3rd digit. Could be 9, but this can't be a 9. So one of these is a 9. How did we get the 9 here? Maybe that was bad. No, it's fine. 1, 2, 2, 3, the 4th digit to the 3rd digit, but it's not there. So that is 9. So 9 is down there. 9 is not here or here, because then we wouldn't be able to see. So I think that is still 9. Got a lot of 9s in the world. 9 is down here, but it's not here. So one of these is a 9. I feel like we had more to say about what was going on here, and now I just can't remember. Oh, right. It was if we tried to make this orange. No, sorry. Yeah. Hang on. Right. These can't be orange, because if these were orange, then this would be orange, and that would be too many oranges. So these are blue. I think. This still could be blue. If these were blue, I guess that would still be okay, surprisingly. Because that would just be all my odds. There is a 9 in here somewhere. There is a 9. Is that correct? There's no 9s up here. There's no 9s here. Apparently I've told you there's no 9s here. So there is a 9 in here. And the only way there can be a 9 in here is if this is all blue. Oh, I remember another thing we said. Okay. Yeah, so these are all blue to get a 9 up there. The other thing we said is that these see all odd digits. So those are even. Those are even because we see all possible blue digits from here and here. So that is all of our even digits. So this is odd, I think. And that's exciting. We have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odd digits in this column. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 even digits, which means this is all even. Which means that's all of our even digits. So these are all odd. Seems like a lot. It's a lot of digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skoja's going to look at this and be like, you screwed it up. You messed up, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all odd. Oh, I guess we can color this. We know that is odd. If we tried to make this annoyingly, could that still go either way? Guess it could. No, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 odds here. So these can't be odd. So this is even. So this is even. So that's all of our evens here. So this is odd. All of our evens. This is, sorry, all of our odds. This is even. Good grief. We have all of our evens there. That was a lot of activity. That means this is not a 9. That means these are not 9s. That seems to mean that this is a 9 and this is a 9. Which I guess is okay because those aren't skyscrapery. That seems to mean that this is a 9. I'm trusting my pencil marks. Which, why would I do that? Why would I trust my own self? I feel like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, never mind. I just one of each. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but annoyingly, this could be both. Well, it means these both can't be even. 2, 3, 4, because that'd be 5, 6. So that means the uppermost one has to be oily. And that means that's oily. And that means that's all of our oilies up here. So these are all oddities. Two, 3, that would be 4, 5. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's orange. That is all oranges here, so that is even. That is all, sorry, blue. It's odd. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to get that wrong the whole time and just hopefully don't make any egregious mistakes. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is even. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is still one of each. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are even. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 makes this odd. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 2 of one color, and this is 2 of one color. But do I know which is which? I'm not sure that I do. This is not a 9. Surely. We're darn close. One of these is even or odd. One of each is there. One of each is there. This is annoying. One of each is there. 2 of each. 2 of each. Have we gone as fur as we can go? That could be an 8. Oh, I wanted to fill the whole thing in before we moved on, but maybe we can't. If we did that, what would it mean for our lives? This can't be a 9 because then we couldn't see 4, so that's not the 9. This is the 9. So that's not the 9 and that's not the 9. So this is the 9 and this is the 9. I hope that actually works with everything. Kind of seems like it does. 4, the 3. Yeah. Maybe. So we get all our 9s. That's exciting. What a thrill. Feels like I could figure out 1s. Yeah, so over here, 1 is not here because it sees a 1, but if we put a 1... Oh shoot, maybe that's not true. Never mind. I think we could have a 1 here or here. 1 is definitely here or here, which means 1 is definitely over here somewhere. And why did I say this? I said couldn't have a 1 here, so 1's down here, 1's here. So this is a 1. And that means 1 is in a place somewhere. One of you people is a 1. I don't know what's going on over here. We lose our music? So I really wanted to finish the coloring before we moved on, but maybe that's not a thing I can do with my life. Maybe that's just a tragic story. I mean, we could probably think about where 8s go. Pretty. There's not a ton of options. Like in this box, where can you put an 8? If you put an 8 here, you only see 2 digits. If you put an 8 here, you only see 2 digits. If you put an 8 here, you only see 2 digits, but if you put an 8 here, everything's okay. Similarly, if you put an 8 here, you only see 2 digits. You put an 8 here, you only see 2 digits. If you put an 8 here, you only see 3 digits. But I think you can have an 8 here. Alien 21? It's okay. Here's the thing. It is a little scary, but not for the reasons maybe it's supposed to be. So I think the skyscraper variant is a little weird to wrap your head around, but I think once you wrap your head around, it's manageable. The oil and water variant is also, like, just purely conceptually, you can wrap your head around it, but man, I get the colors mixed up all the time. JaggerG, aka JaggerG. I can't remember. Jaeger or Jagger. I like Jaeger. It's a hunter in German, probably other Germanic languages. Jagger. Mick Jagger. Thanks for the follow, Alien. We used to have the bot's broken. Listen, I'm just getting back into streaming after months of not doing it. Everything is broken, basically. How's it going? So, what were we were talking about 8s, basically. Sometimes you just got to talk about 8s. And the thing is, if I had an 8 here, I could only see at most, no, I could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's fine to put an 8 there. Everything I said about 8s, forget it. Annoyingly, down here, I can't have an 8 here because I'd only see 2 digits. Can't have an 8 here because it sees an 8, but I think either of these could be an 8, which is a sad state of affairs for everyone. Up here, though, well, no, okay. So 8 is an even digit, and even is oily, which is wrong. It's wrong. It's conceptually wrong, but it's also true. So 8 is definitely over here. But if we put the 8 here, we'd only see 2 digits. Okay, let's just go through this slowly. One of these is an 8. It's not one of these. If we put the 8 here, we'd only see 8 and 9, so it can't be there. So this is definitely 8. This is definitely not 8. This is definitely 8. That means that one of these digits, no. One of these digits is an 8. One of these digits is an 8. So we know the 8's not here. We know the 8 can't be here because we'd only see 2 digits. So the 8 is here. Wait, just were they just stream of consciousness just giving you numbers? Kind of like that idea. Just make puzzles. Did your friend know that they were contributing, or were you just tricking them into giving you sandwich clues? Oldest trick in the book. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. It's interesting. It is interesting. Okay, so 8 up here. We don't know really much about the polarity of this. However, we know there's no 8s here. And according to this, according to legend, there's no 8s here or here. So that is an 8, which is an even number. So we do get some coloring here, which is all of our coloring for this column. So that is, sorry, all of our oiliness for that column. Sandwich puzzles are one of the, okay, this is going to be embarrassing to say, but I'm just going to say it. On stream, my ability to do basic arithmetic collapses. But I guess like a base sandwich puzzle, are you doing this like where it's the digits are added in between, like so sandwich digits between between 1 and 9 are added together to get the clue outside? That, am I misremembering sandwich rules, or is that right? Basically what I'm saying is on stream I cannot do basic arithmetic and it's embarrassing. Yeah. So I'm an embarrassment. Is basically the story here. 8 in here apparently has to go up here. Which means what? It means there's no 8 here or here, so it means one of these is 8. So it means one of these is 8, and it's not this one, so this is 8. Am I missing a way to fully color this? Because I really wanted to. That is true, where you can just sum up any selected digits. That is true. I do turn that on stream sometimes. And then I feel embarrassed about it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. These can't both be blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a 5, 6, and that'd be an absurdity. So those are evens. So this is, sorry. Yes, those are evens. This is odd. I'm having such a hard time with this color set. That flushes out our odds here, meaning we now just have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need our 5th odd. We need our 4th even. Okay, did I do that right? I really hope I did. I really, really hope I did. I'm excited about the work we did last night. I was discouraged on what I was doing with the trying to Dockerize Fluid Synth, but it's actually in a pretty good place now, and I have ideas on how to pick up the project. A project I haven't like touched for a year, so I'm excited about it. We're gonna like have home automation through music. We're gonna turn on the blender. We're gonna get a solenoid valve for the bidet. Everything in my house, you'll have to play a song to control. It's gonna be so dumb. It's gonna be great. Okay, so now we have to actually do this puzzle, right? Please do. Yeah, definitely do. Always want everyone to share their puzzles with me, but don't feel bad if I'm too intimidated by it to do it on stream. So that's the only rule. I love to look at it. I even just like to look at a good looking grid. But especially with streaming so rarely, I have such a backlog of Blobz puzzles. So, okay, well, I just wanted to think about 8s for a minute, but 8s seem to be fine from the perspective of these 3s, which is a little annoying. I just wanted to try to force these 8s, basically. But I'm not sure that I can immediately, so we may need to start thinking about other digits in the world. Well, I was just thinking about 7s in this column, and especially knowing that 8 is down here. If we put a 7 here, that is a bad time, because then we only see 2 digits, because there's definitely not, even if we had an 8, it wouldn't matter, because it still would be just 7, 8, 9. We'd only see 3. We put 7 here, we still can only see 1, 2, 4 digits. So 7 is not up here. Maybe that's not that cool of a thing to learn, but I don't think 7, I don't think we have a 7 up here. We don't have an 8 up here. That means these are 2, 4, 6, and these are 1, 3, 5, I guess, is a thing we could say. 7 then, we already have our 8 in here. 7 could go here annoyingly, because then we could easily see 2 digits there. And 7, well, this 2 clue is already done, right? Because we see 8, 9. So actually, funny, this 2 clue is also done, because it already sees 8 and 9, so it doesn't matter what goes in here. This can't be a 7. I don't know if I'm really thinking about the right thing. I just going high to low seems to make sense to me, but it seems like we've done what we can with 8s for the moment. So thinking about 7s seems moderately fruitful. Yeah, well, it seems at least a little bit useful, but maybe not tremendously so. Yeah, that's like a little treat in the middle. Just a little a shocking difficulty ramp. Everybody loves that. Just thinking about 7s in here. If we have a 7 here, knowing that we don't have an 8, then we only are going to be able to see. Well, we just would know that this is going to be, these digits are lower than 7 certainly, but if we hit 7 here, these then have to be 1, 3, 5, and that is a bad situation, right? So we can't have a 7 here, because then we would only see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have a 7 here. So 7 is in here somewhere. I don't know if this is probably not quite the right way to think about this. Or it just feels a little too clunky. Like it feels like there's a more expedient route. We know this is 3, 5, and 7. We know this is 2, 4, 6. I'm just going to do a little pencil marking and see if anything jumps out, because these digits are definitely the same. If we put a 6 here, we could still see 7, 9, so that's okay. 8 is in here. We have our 1 and 9, so this is 3, 5, 7. We're 1 and 9. This is 3, 5, 7. If we had a 7 here, we would only see 8 and 9, which is not enough. So that's not a 7. So 7 is in here. That means that 7 is up here. But again, if we put 7 here, we would only see 7 and 9. We'd only see 2. That was the wrong thing to do. 7 is there, but not here. So 7 is either here or here. feels like a clunky way to go. Feeling a little clunky. These are just 3, 5, 7. But if this was 7, we would only see 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's not 7. If this was 7, if this was, okay, sorry, I want to think about this a little more. If this was 7, we'd see 7, 8, 9, and whatever is here. But that's only 4 digits. That's not good enough. So that's not 7. If this was 7, we would see 7 and 9, not 8, and whatever digits here. So that's not good enough. So that's a 3, 5 pair. So this is 7. So that's not 7. So this is a 3, 5 pair. Two, 4, or 6. That seems okay, actually. And then we're just, yeah, these are 2, 4, 6. Not exciting. If this was 6, we could still see 6. Actually, no. We said 7 is up here. So this is not 7 or 1 or 9. 1 and 7 are definitely here. 9. So this is just 3 or 5. So if this was 6, we'd only see 3 digits because we would just skip over this one. So I don't think that can be 6. I just feel certain that there's a smoother way to do this. That does put 7 in here, which would be 7, 8, 9. So as long as these were lower, 7 is okay to have here. If this were 7 and these were lower, that would be okay. This digit could be anything. To be able to see the 8 and 9. That's not 7. So 7's over here. Do we know? 7's up here. We have a 3, 5 pair. These are just 2, 4, 6, it seems. We got to think about digits repeating in cages too, huh? Can't forget that. Like, for example, right. So we've said 7 is up here and 7 is here. So 7 is definitely in here. In fact, this just is a 1, 7 pair. Right? So that means that all that's left here is this digit, basically. So this is 3 or 5. I'm sure there's other places where I have missed that. Like other things. Cage things. Seven being down here. It's one of these is 7. I don't really know about the 1. A 1, 3, 5 here. That's a 3, 5, 7. Okay, I feel like I'm really... It's very clunky here. My apologies. Okay, so what? So the thing is, I mean, the repetition in these seems important. This digit is here. Oops. And this is just whatever's not already accounted for here. if this were this can't be 3. So of all the odd digits here, obviously can't be 9. If this was 1, we know that this would be larger, so it would be looking over the top of it, so it wouldn't see 3, right? So if this is a 1, then that's not acceptable because this would be something higher. We'd only see 2 digits. We need to see 3. So that's not that. This can't be 7 because then it would be higher than this and we'd only see 2. So that's not 7. But this could be 5 and 7. So 7 is not down here. Yeah, okay. So this is slightly cool, I guess. 7 in this box. 7 is definitely in the cage because it's not here. So that, but we need a 7 in here because there's 5. So this is, there's definitely a 7 in this cage, but there's also definitely a 7 in this cage in this box, meaning there can never be a 7 here, which I think means that this has to be a 7. Or maybe not. Why did we say this couldn't be a 7? Maybe I didn't pencil mark that properly. This definitely can't be a 7. But can this? Why would I have not pencil marked 7 there? Was that just a bad pencil mark? Now I'm unsure. I just don't know why I wouldn't. Why wasn't that pencil marked? Okay, sorry. Let's just try this again. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Obviously, none of those are 9, but we just said there's a 7. We just said there's definitely 7 in here, so there's definitely not a 7 there. But I feel like there was one more piece of reasoning there, but maybe it was wrong. This digit, these 2 digits are the same. That 3, 5 pairs with that. Okay, sorry, I thought there was like one more piece of reasoning there, but maybe there wasn't. I think I just had messed up a pencil mark and didn't have a 7 here, because now I'm not seeing why that couldn't be a 7. Unless I'm like required to have a 7 over here for some reason I haven't noticed yet. So we already see 2 here. So we actually have to see all 3 of these, right? Because we see 8 and 9, but we have to see this sequence. If we don't, like if this is a 1, we only see 1, 2, 3, 4. So this I think has to be 7, and this is 1. So there's no 1 here, no 7 here. So 7 is definitely down here. That means that if this, all right, okay, so this is 2, 4, 6, but in fact, all these are. If we put a 6 here, we don't see this, and then we only see 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't think we can have a 6 there. So that seems to say, oh look, it seems to say that we have a 3, 5 pair here. So that seems to be a 1, which means this could go either way in terms of, so that's not a 1, appears to be a 1. That's not a 1. That means this could be 3 or 5, and this 3 clue would still work. These are irrelevant digits, I guess. This digit is invisible, so we have to see all 4 of these digits. Right? So if I put a 6 here, that's bad because then we don't see this digit. So this is also not a 6. So I think this is the 6. And that seems to say that this is the 6. And it seems to say that this is a 2-4 pair. And that this is not a 6. And that's a 2-4 pair. And that's not a 6. But we have to see this digit, right? So we see this digit, we already don't see this. So we have to see all 4 of these. And if this is a 2, then this is a 4, and we're missing out. So the only way for us to see this digit is that this digit's a 4, a 2, that's a 4 then. No 4 in here. So now we see 1, 2, 3. We see the 4, we see the 7, the 8, and the 9. We will never see these. 2, 3, 4. We have to see this, and the only way we can see this is if it's a 5. That's a 3. That means that's a 3 because we knew that those digits were the same. 3 is all that's left up here. There's no 3 here, so we get a 5, 7 pair. So that this is a 3. There's no 3 here. Another 5, 7 pair. No 3 here. So do we see 3 digits here? We see 6, 6, 8, and 9. That's good. Well, we'll just keep going. Somebody kind of want to mark off the clues we've used. That's a 5, so that's a 3, a 5, not a 3, not a 3, not a 4. That puts a 4 in here for sure, so that's not a 4. What does that mean? That means, yeah, we kind of just need to go through and see what we require. Like we have to see all of these, but this annoyingly could be a 1. This already sees 2 digits. Yeah, I kind of want to go. Okay, excuse me. I'm going to take a very brief bathroom break. I'll be right back and we'll continue. And I'm just going to mark off this stuff we've already used. Be right back. Hi, it's me, I'm back. Oh, the lighting broke, of course. Or the camera. Okay, so this is great. Everything's great. We need, so, let me turn on the pen tool. I just kind of want to, like mark the boundaries where we're good. Like this 2 sees an 8 and it sees a 9. So I think it's good. Weird that X means good, but hey, I don't like it being green though. 3, we see 1, 3, 9, so that one's good. 3, we see 6, 8, 9, so that one's good. 5, Trying to decide what happens if I put the 7 too early. X marks the spot. So if I put the 7 here, then I would only see 1, 2, 3, and then 7 would be bigger than these. 4, 5. No, I don't see this 4. I'm sorry. I would see, I need to see 5 digits. I definitely see the 9. I definitely don't see the 3. If I put a 7 here, I would not see any of these. Yeah, that's a way to think about it. If I put a 7 here, I don't see any of these. This would be 1, 3, 5, and I would only see 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I would only see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would not see any of these if I put a 7 here. Right? If I put a 7 here, it could be 2, 4, 7, all ignored, 9. I think this has to be a 5. So that's the 7, the 1, the 5, the 7. And so currently I can see 1, 2, 3. So I need to see both of these, and the only way I can do that is if it's 2 or 4. So I see 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. So that's happy. Coming from this direction, I see 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So that's happy. I see 2, 3, 4, 9, happy. 6, 8, 9, happy. 5, 7. The only way I can do this one. So 9, so 5, 7. I can only see this if this is the 8, I think. So now I see 5, 7, 8, 9. So that's possibly happy. I know I have pencil marks to clean up. I realize that. And that's a 4. And I need to see 3. So if I put a 2 here, then this... No, actually, that works either way. Sorry. So this is 2 or 6, and this is 2 or 6. But it doesn't matter where the 6 is because I see it either way, I guess. Because I'll see a 4, I'll see a 9, and then somewhere here I'm going to see a 6. So I don't think I actually know the order of that. Maybe I do, but it doesn't look like I do. That's not a 7. That's not a 5. We got 2, 4, 6 in here. I haven't really thought about the vertical clues very much at all, really. I guess the thing that's annoying is kind of basically any even number can go here. Well, we see the 9 here. We actually have to be a little careful on this one to not see too many. No, we don't. We'll never see the 3. So we actually do need to see both of these. So this can't be a 2. Because if this was a 2, then this would be minimum 4 and would skip both of those. So I think this has to be a 6. So the 6 isn't there, so that forces that to be the 6. 4 digits. So the only we already see 6, 8, and 9. These are all too low, so this has to be a 7 for us to see what we need to see. So that leaves the 5 up here, takes the 5 out of there. We get a 1, 3 pair, so this is the 5. That's a 3, a 5, a 3. That is a 2, 4 pair. So this annoyingly could go either way, I guess. And this could be kind of anything because it already sees the 8, 9, 2, 4 here. This just is a 2. Hot, naked singles. Get the auto mod. We seem to have another naked single. Well, yeah, those floating around, huh? We got a 1 and a 7. And that can't be a 1, so that is a 7. That is our 1 over here that we were wondering about. This seems like it could be 2 or 4 though. cold in my office. 2, 4, 6, but can't be a 4. 2, 4, 6, but this can't be a 2. Similarly, 2, 4, 6, but can't be a 2. I could have just said it's 4, 6, but this is a 3, 7 pair. Okay, I'm sure we just need to go through the verticals, but I was just going to pencil mark and go from there. So this is 1, 5, 7. Oh, we already have 5 there. So that is 1, 7 pair, and that's the 5. Okay, so probably we just need to now do our party upstairs. So 2 already sees 5, 9, so it's happy. 4 sees 4, 7, 8, 9. So those seem both okay, which is good because those were completed columns and it would be really sad otherwise. This 3 actually sees 1, 8, 9, which looks a little crazy, but it is done. This 3 needs to see a 4 here, because otherwise, if this is a 2, it's only going to see 2 digits. So that is a 4, a 2, 6, a 4, a 2, a 4, a 6, a 2, and that is going to be all of our evens, I think. Yes, that's all of our evens worked out. Very exciting. We have 4, 8, 9, and we have 2, 6, 9. I got scared there for a second. So those seem, I think, are okay. This 3, we see 5, 8, 9. So that one seems okay. Here, if this is a 3, we only see 3, 4, 6, 9. We only see 4 digits. So I think this has to be a 1, and this a 3. So this is 1, 3, 4, 6, 9 for the 5. This is 8, 9 for the 2. This is 3, 4, 9 for the 3. This one was good. This is 2, 4, 9 for the 3. So I think we have all of our skyscraper clues. Hopefully our oil and water is right. It would be so sad if it was wrong. I'm very grateful to Skojo for catching my early error. 7, that's a 3. Oops. Wait, stop it. Oh, I accidentally multi-selected. Sorry. 3, 7, 1. Awesome. That was like beautifully fluid, pardon the pun. Not really. I'm not sorry about it. Really interesting interplay, and it was cool. So I feel like when I've done oil and water before, you have like the killer cage sum and the big trick of dealing with oil and water, and one of like the go-to tricks is if the sum is odd, you know there's an odd digit in there. And if the sum is even, you know the kind of, thanks for the GG, you know how the split is. But that there were no cage totals in this puzzle, so we couldn't rely on that. So we had to rely a whole lot on just purely how the polarity played out in the cages. And some of them were kind of gimmies, at least on the bottom parts of some of them. Thanks, Alien. The 9s were interesting. Like the way the 9s worked out was cool. The thing I was expecting to have to do, which seemed daunting and maybe not that fun, we didn't actually have to do. I thought it was going to be all about like, okay, this is where the evens and odds fall, and we need a certain allocation of evens and odds on both sides of the 9 to make sure that our sightlines work. But we didn't have to do that actually, which again didn't really sound very fun. So yeah, it was cool. It was nice. And it was nice how like the interplay of these two rule sets was very gentle, but totally worked because skyscrapers have strong opinions about where your 9s are, and the oil and water cages have strong opinions about where odd digits are. And so, especially, I feel like it was the nines in this 7, 8, 9. I feel like there was where the real pressure was to make everything come together. So it was great. Really enjoyed it. Blobz, I didn't ruin your puzzle. I did it even in less than 90 minutes, which is a real exciting thing. I only screwed up horribly one time. Very exciting. So I think I'm gonna stop for the day. Actually, Jager, did you share? You did. Okay, I want to at least look at this grid. I don't know if I'm ready to dive into it right now because I'm freezing, but I want to see. I want to look at it. Just want to check it out. Oh, that's weird how the sandwich clues ended up with their own little polka dots. Oh, should I do it? Should I try it? I kind of want to try it. It's exciting to see a 35, right? Okay, I'm going to try it. The 35 is helpful. So let's just get into it. Is that okay? Can I do it? Do you mind if I stream this? It's all good? Cool. Okay. As you know, I'm going to make a mockery of it and ruin everything, but that's okay. So anyway, the reason that 35 is interesting is in a sandwich puzzle, which I'm definitely not the best at, we are giving the sum of the digits between 1 and 9. And as I've said, I'm terrible at sums on stream. It's a nightmare. But one thing I do know is that because all of the digits sum to 45, that you can only have 35 if you have a very large sandwich. So the only way to have 35 is 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. I believe is the only way you're going to get to that total. Is that a true statement? I think it is. Because we'd have 15, we'd have 25, we'd have 30, and then 35. So I think that means that this ends up being a 1-9 pair. So that is an auspicious start. Now it's going to be downhill from there. Well, another thing I can see is because the 1 is not included in the sum, is that wherever the 2 is in this row is inside the sandwich. We can also see that in this case that there is a total of yeah, right. The other way to think about it is 1 and 9 sum to 10, and 45 minus 10 is 35, obviously. Oh no, I gotta stand up again. Okay. I feel like I just stood up. I feel like I just did. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, thanks for your patience. So the thing I was gonna say is that, well, we know, okay, for example, this one's cool too. So we know that if there's a 0 sum, it means the 1 and 9 are right next to each other. And we know this is a 1 or a 9. So we know that that's not the way to do it. Let's do this. We know this to be true as well. Basically, uh-oh. Okay, get ready for me to screw up the math. Because we know this is a 1 or a 9, that we know that it's going to be flanked by a 1 or a 9. In this case, we know there's going to be a sequence that is 1, 2, 9, because it's the only way we could have 2 in the middle. We don't know where that is. I mean, we obviously the 2 is not going to be here, but and nor the 1 nor the 9. So actually we can say that this digit is not part of the sandwich, right? Because again, this row is a basically in this case that's one big sandwich. In this case, the sandwich is going to be either here or here. In this case, we know that the sandwich can't include this cell because oh shoot, sorry, wrong thing. The sandwich can't include this cell because this sandwich is a 1, 2, 9 sandwich. That's the only way we can make it. So in this case, the sandwich either has to be fully over here or fully over here. I don't think we know that yet. This one is interesting because we have the 1 already, right? We can't put a 9 here because then this would be a 17. We can't put a 9 here. So the 9 is over here, but if the 9 was here, this would just be 6 plus 2 is 8, and that's no good. And the 9 can't be, well, sorry, so the 9 can't be here. So the 9 has to be over here, but I don't think the 9 can be here either, because if the 9 was here and we had to make 17 in 3 digits, this would have to be a 9. So let's just go over this again. 9 is definitely not here because this is not a 17. 9 is definitely not here because this is not a 0. 9 is not here because 6 plus 2 is not equal to 17. 9 is not here because the only way we could make 3 cells, these 3 cells, given that this is an 8, if we needed to hit 17, this would have to be a 9. So one of these is a 9. I was just trying to decide, like, do we suddenly have problems because of the 6? And I think we do. So the if I try to say this is the 9, then I have 5 digits. The minimum sum of 5 digits, if I don't have a 1, is 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, which is 20. So I also can't put the 9 here because the minimum I could have here is 20. So I think we're saying this is a 9. Is that true? I hope that's true. 9 is definitely here or here, but if I put 9 here, then I need 5 digits to sum to 17 without a 1. So that's a 5, 10, and then another 10. Sorry, I'm doing math in a very silly way. This is a 5 plus a 5, that's a 10, and 4 and 6 is 10. So that's too much. So I think that is our 9. So I think we have a sandwich here, which is very exciting. We know the 1 is not going to be up here because of the same 17 issue. We know the 1 is not going to be here because this is not. So we can't put a 1 here. 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 We can't put a 1 here because the only way to have 2 digits sum to 17 is 8 and 9. So we're going to have to put our 1 down here. We know there's not a 1 down here. Pardon me. But I actually think it is, it may be okay for either one of these to be maybe okay for either one of those to be the one. This is a little annoying because these two digits have to sum to 9, and there's a bit. Helio, how's it going? Any number of digits. 9 is a very easy number to make in 2 digits. So the 1 over here. Where else is a good fruitful place to investigate? Can I figure this out? I'm not sure that I can. Oh my gosh, it's so cold in here. What do we know about stuff? What's a cool thing that we know? We know 31 is a pretty big number. I was just trying to decide if I thought it was possible for a 9 to be a 1 or a 9 to be in here, but I don't think it is. Where else is the best place to look? Well, 22 is kind of an interesting one. So over here, because we already know about the 1, we're obviously not going to get 22. We're not going to have a 0. So 9 is in here somewhere. 9 is not there because it's not a 0. This is not a 22. We can't have 2 digits in Sudoku sum to 22. So that means 9 is here in one of these spots, but it's not here at the bottom. So one of these is 9. So we need at least 3 digits that sum to 22. You can't have 3 digits sum to 22 without a 9, right? Because you would only have, if we try to put 9 here and we put 6, 7, 8 in there, that's only 21. So I think this is the 9. Is that true? Is that a true statement? Feels a little bit true. Just a tiny bit true. I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with it. Sadly we have no clue here. We have no clue to tell us. We do know, however, that there's a 9 down here and a 9 here. So we know there's a 9 up here. And it's not here. But we also know that if we tried to put a 1, we also know there's a 1 here or here. There's a 9 here or here. So if we try to put 1 here, we've broken everything. So this is our 1. So these 4 digits need to sum to 17. Which seems fine. Just trying to decide if I could put an 8 in there, but I think I can. In fact, it could be 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, so having the 9 here, what does that mean for life on Earth? Well, it means something. It means something. It means we have the 1 here and the 1 here, and it means the 1 is over here. And it's not here. So one of those is a 1, and I am trying to decide. So it means that the maximum number we can have outside of the 35 is 4. So I think we have to think about that. Let me just think about this for a second. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh gosh. We did this on the previous puzzle and then I didn't do it on this one. Do I still have it? Okay, that is not much better. Hopefully it's a little better. Sorry about that. Yes, they're sandwich clues. They're still weirdly cropped, but... okay, so... right, we were talking about this, and we already know that if we had a completely full sandwich, it would sum to 35. So we've subtracted 4 from our sandwich. How can we make 4 in Sudoku? The only way to make 4 in Sudoku is to have a 4 or add 1 and 3, but we can't use our 1. So we know that 4 is the only we know that 4 is not included in the sandwich. So that's the only digit that is not included in the sandwich is the number 4. And if we look at where we can exclude the 4, we're limited, because if we try to exclude, basically, so another way to put it, this can't be 9 because we'd be excluding 2 digits, and that would be too much. We'd be excluding too much. So that's definitely not 9. So this is definitely 9. And now if we went here, we know it's 35. So this is definitely 1. And we know that the leftover digit then has to be a 4, so that the interior in here is going to sum to what we want. Will it show that if we turn on the sums? Just curious if it will show. Did I do that wrong? Yeah, okay. So we can see that this is going to end up being 31, just like we know this is going to be 35, although this thinks it has leeway, even though it doesn't. But in this case, there's no leeway. So that has given us what? That has given us a 1. That definitely goes in here, right? So there's definitely a 1 in here. It has given us, and we have to make 21. So if we think about one of these is a 1, right? 9 can't go there because then it'd be a 0. 9 can't go there because then it'd be a maximum of 8. Right. If this was a 1, this could not be a 9. These definitely can't be 9s, right? Because if we just know it's not, because there's a 9 here anyway. So where can we put 9s? We can't have a 9 here because there's definitely a 1 down here, right? So like if this was the 9 and the 1 was here, we'd still have a maximum of 8. So that's no good. I don't think we can have a 9 here. If we had a 9 here, we're doomed, because one of these is a 0 and we're going to have a 0 sandwich total. If we have a 9 here, the most we could have is an 8. If we have a 9 here, well, we can't, because that 9 is visible there. The problem is this could be 6, 7, 8 right here, I think, to give us a 21 total. 6 plus 7 plus 8. So I think either of these could be 9, at least at this moment. That appears to be true. That does mean that there's a 9 in here, which we know can't go here, or this would be a 0. Annoyingly, this could be a 7, and then this sandwich would work. Otherwise, it would have to be like 5, 2 or 3, 4 to make that sandwich work. I'm nervous because Jagger says that there's a difficult part, but there's going to be a hard part, and I'm waiting with bated breath for that moment to appear and derail me. Funny, if this was a 9, this would be a 1, and to get the 21 in 3 digits, this would have to be the 6, 7, 8, but this couldn't be the 6, but that would put a 6 there, and that seems okay right this moment. Not sure if that will continue to be true. We do remember that that somewhere here is a 1, 9, like a 1, 2, 9 sequence. We don't know where. We know that 9 is here, seemingly. We know that this is not, well, We don't quite know that yet. I think it, but I don't think I know it. It's kind of weird to see a 4 here. That we've like actually found something that's not just a 1 or 9. Just thinking about our 9s and just thinking about our 1s. In this column, we can't stray very far from our 9. And neither of these can be a 1. Basically, this is a 7 and this is a 1, or this is a 1 and this is a 3, 4, or 5, 2. So I think either of these could be a 1 to make this sandwich work, because we couldn't have a 1 here. And if we go up, we get too big. We know this is 2 digits summing to 9. We know that there's a 1 up here. It's not here. So one of these is a 1. And we know we have to have at least 2 digits to make the 9, or 3 digits, but never 4 digits in the middle. Because 4 digits minimum would be 10. But you can still do, no, we can't. Yeah, we can, shoot. You could do 2, 3, 4 to get the 3. We know that it's never going to be this, but it could be that we can have this 1 with one of these 9s, but we could have this if this was a 2, 3, 4, I think, tragically. So we know about, we've got to hit 17 and 4 digits here. We've got to hit 7 in here. We've got to hit 31, so we just need every digit. Michigan Josh, how's it going? This one we know some stuff about. We know we've got to get 22 in here. What else do we know? I feel like we are missing a sandwich, or that there's like a sandwich I haven't considered, but I guess not. Have we fully considered all sandwiches? It's hard to say. Right, we know this is a 1 or a 9. I was just, can we learn about this? Like, if this was a, can we know about this? The 9 is definitely not here. So the 9 is somewhere in this world. Yeah, this is a little interesting. Just thinking about where 9 could be. Like, and 1 can never be here. So can we actually learn anything from that? It feels almost like we can. I'm just thinking about this 21, which we need 3 digits at least to make. We know that if this is a 1, we've got to find the 9 over here. So if this is a 1, we need at least 3 digits. Let's go, Joe. Welcome back. Which would mean this had to be the 9. So if this is a 1, this is the 9. But if this is the 9, we can't go this way. We have to go this way. And we need at least 3 digits. Okay, I think I see this, but let me just go through this one more time. If I try to put a 9 here, where does its 1 go? It doesn't. So say we make this a 9. I can't put a 1 here because that's too small of a sandwich. And in fact, that's too small of a sandwich. This would be, oh, well, this is a silly way to say this. if this is a 9, none of these can be 1 because of this. And this couldn't be a 1 because it'd be too small. So I can't, so if this is the 9, could I put the 1 here? Well, that's not 21. Could I put the 1 here? We're not going to hit, that's still a maximum of 8. If I put the 1 here, this is a maximum of 15. So I'd have to put the 1 here, but we already know the 1 in this column is here. So I think what I'm saying is I can't put 9 here. Is that true? Oh yeah, but Michigan Josh, obviously I'm trying to make it the hardest, as hard as I possibly could. Obviously. I think what I'm saying is this can't be 9, right? If this is 9, the 1 definitely cannot go this way, so the 1 has to go this way. It's a minimum of 3 to sum to 21, and as soon as we do that, well, we know the 1 is here or here, so it's not there. So this is a 1. Is that fair? Is that reasonable? And you can tell me the easier way to see it. Row 1, if row 1, column 7 was the 1. Oh yeah, right. Okay, sure. Right, if I tried to make this the 1, yes. Okay, fair enough. If I tried to make this the 1, this would be a 9 and that would be bad. So yes, an easier way to see that is this. But that still doesn't... that's a slightly separate deduction, but that is a similar... an easier way to see. So then the 1 has to be up here. But, well, anyway, we decided this was a 1 through more difficult logic, right? And we're saying to hit 21, we need at least 3 digits. That's just true. And the 9 is not this way. So doesn't it, yes, it couldn't be next to because then we'd have a 0. Oh, actually we get this too. That's exciting. So now there's a 1 on one of those sides. But what I was just thinking is, where does the 9 go now? And it's not here, obviously. It's not here. It's not here because it's a max of 8. It's not here because this is a maximum of 15. So the 9 has to be here, I think. And then this is 3 digits that sum to 21, which I think has to be 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's another way we can do it. And we know the 6 not there, so we know that one of these is a 6. Oops. Is that fair? This is a true statement. And now, what does that mean? It means that we've got to make 21 again, which we need 3 digits to a space of 3. So that makes this, that means this has to be the 1. Because if it's 4, no, that's not true. Sorry. This can't be the 1 because then there's only 2 digits and that's not enough. But I think we could do 3 digits or 4 digits and either of those could be a 1. Bix, I think so. I think I'm doing okay. I'm at least not doing embarrassingly bad. Did you build your laptop yet? Where's your laptop? Bix is inventing a new laptop that lasts 2,000 hours. It's powered by plutonium. I guess we also kind of know the leftover, it's got to be kind of big. Right? Doesn't this sum to 31? No, I'm sorry. No. The 1 could be, that's not true. The 1 could be there. That was a false statement. Okay, so we do think this is 6, 7, 8, though. I think that is required. That's fair. Well, you could make one just by like using household appliances. Yeah, just get like one of those huge household batteries. Strap it to your back. Okay, so right. This is not a 9 because then this would be a 9 and that would be a sad situation for everyone involved. 9 is in here somewhere. That's worth talking about. It's not here. But to only be 8 apart means it's got to be pretty close to a 1. But I guess it could, yeah, maybe that doesn't quite help yet. And there's no total for this row. So we have a general idea where most of our 9s are, except for the middle box. We just don't know anything about it. That box is an embarrassment. Okay, you sum to 31. You're just all the digits that aren't 1, 4, and 9. We don't know anything about what you're doing. Nobody knows what you're doing. We do know we have a sequence that is 1, 2, 9 somewhere. That means, oh, that's interesting. That means this can't be a 1, right? So we know there's a 1, 2, 9 triple in this row. But we just said that this can't be a 9 because if this was a 9, then this would have to be a 9, right? If this was a 9, that would be a 9, and that's bad for everybody. So the fact that this can't be a 9, and we know that if this was a 1, this would be 2, and this would be 9, means this can't be a 1. I think that's fair to say. That means that's not a 1, so this is a 1. And that means this is not a 9 because we are not going to add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits that sum to 14 because 5 digits, well, 5 digits by themselves sum to 15, but we don't have a 1. So then we have 20, right? Wait, I'm sorry. Now I'm confused. In your zip disk, when I think of a zip disk, I think of like a jazz drive. Are we talking about different things? I'm thinking of this. An iOmega zip disk from 1994. Oh, you did? Did you really? You really mean a literal zip disk? That is really funny. Inside the actual disk? Okay, I was so confused. I thought you were talking about, I thought there was some like these kids today with their zip disks. That is amazing. The disc itself, that is awesome. Oh, I miss the days of zip disks. Incredible. Incredible story. Does iOmega still exist? I had some iOmega stuff back in the day. Did somebody buy them or something? Lenovo. Sad. Okay, sorry. What were we doing? We were saying that wow, your high school teacher had a zip disk reader? High tech. Okay, so what I was just saying is if we put a 9 here, then we are going to have 4 digits trying to sum to 14, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I think this needs to be the 9. Cool. Zip drives came like a little bit after I was in high school, or like everything was slow because I went to high school in Texas, so we just didn't have anything. But so that's not a 9. So we think this is a 9, and we know that there's a sequence here that is 9, 2, 1, and it can't go this way, so it has to go this way. So this is the 2, and this is the 1. So we get the 1 down here. That gives us a 9 down here, not in the middle. 4 digits summing to 14 is not outrageous, is it? Because it could be 2, 3, 4, 5. What about a jazz drive? That's when things got serious. Zip drive was fine, but a jazz drive really had serious work to do. Okay, so I feel like we're made some progress here. I feel like I had a pretty early CD burner. I even got it in high school, I think, actually. Like really early, like the cartridge ones where they had a caddy. So you had to like put it in a caddy to put it into the burner. You couldn't just put the drive straight in. It was like this kind of thing. So my very first burner. In fact, I think many early just CD-ROM drives, even before writable, had you had to have a caddy. It's pretty weird. It's kind of weird. Skojo, how old are you? I want to be done with Google Drive. I have my NAS now. I've moved a lot of my personal and my personal life and my personal business life to it, but still for like shared businessy things, I still Google. I don't like it. I miss 5 1/4 inch drives. I miss the feel of a good 5 1/4 inch floppy. Skojo, you're so useful. Useful? Sorry, youthful. You are useful as well. Skojo, I'm twice your age. How did I get to be so old? I am 2 Skojos old almost. I'm almost 2 Skojos old. That's how I measure time, by the way. I don't know how I get so old. It just happens. You don't pay attention for a minute and then you're 700 years old like I am. Okay, so we've got numbers on the grid now. It's exciting. Have we thought about all of our sandwiches? Well, this is just a gimme, right? That's just is a 7. 4 digits to be a 17. 2 digits to be a 9 is meaningless. This can't be a 9 because then this 8 wouldn't work. So it would appear that this is a 9 and this is a 9. This is 2 digits that sum to 8 that are not 1 7. So it's either 2 6 or 3 5. Is that true? Wait, like on the drive or in the installed operating system? I'm trying to think of the last time. Windows 95. Actually, I installed NT4. NT4, which was the precursor like to Windows 2000, which is the precursor to Windows XP. It was like, Windows 95 was still basically DOS. Windows NT was the first one that was kind of its own operating system. And I'm sure I pirated it in some way, but I think it was like 7,000 floppies. It was like 35 floppies or something like that. Okay, so we need 2 6 or 3 5 in here. Windows 95 Plus had some good wallpapers. There was that one that was the inside of the computer. Probably the coolest wallpaper of all time. None of this newfangled XP stuff. I want the wallpaper from Plus. I think that might have actually been Windows 98, now that I think about it. It was a good wallpaper. We should, look how good that wallpaper is. So freaking good. Because then you could pretend like you were just looking at the inside of your computer. It's incredible. Windows 98, best OS ever. By contrast to how bad Windows 95 was and how bad Windows ME was, it was beautiful wallpaper. Gorgeous. The AI upres this. I need this in higher fidelity. Didn't you still need... Actually, that's not true. Okay, I was going to say, like, Windows 98 was modern enough to have, like be modern enough for the internet, right? Windows, like Windows 3.11, you had to have, what was it, WinSock? XP, in terms of longevity, well beyond a reasonable lifetime, XP is hard to beat. I liked Windows 3.11. That was a good operating system, where you could just edit a text file and change an executable and have an entirely different desktop environment, including, which I used to do in high school, edit the windows.ini and change progman.exe to sol.exe, so when the computer booted, it would only boot into solitaire. And of course, no one knew how to fix it, so basically you would go in and there'd be an out of order sign on the computer. Or another classic, my two classics. These are my two classics from high school. One was change progman.exe to sol.exe, boot into solitaire, classic. Or you edit autoexec.bat and put autoexec.bat at the end of autoexec.bat, and then it would just get stuck in a loop. Winamp was good. Winamp, hard to beat. It's classic. I was getting nostalgic about shareware discs. I used to get these Night Owl shareware collections. I would go with my dad to this computer show. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! They're on the Internet Archive. Oh, we may have to do a stream where I grab some old Night Owl CDs and like boot into a Windows 3.11. Sorry, it's Windows for Workgroups, 3.11. Windows only made it to 3.1. Windows for Workgroups, I think, made it to 3.11. And if you wanted the good networking stuff, you wanted Windows for Workgroups. Wow. I had some weird Progman exe replacement that made my Windows 3.11 computer into like it was like a Next copy knockoff, like of the dock from Next. You know what? Okay, speaking of screensavers, Windows had some good screensavers, but the thing that blows my mind, and I check up on this every once in a while, is that JaggerG has been maintaining X screensaver for 31 years now and still updates it and still adds new screensavers. It is amazing. Let's see what's new. Can you sort these by order? There's so many. It'd be nice if... Okay, are there any new ones for 2023? Yeah, so we have a cuboctahedron eversion. It's new for this year. We have a... I think we looked at this maybe. This cool clock effect. The Drost effect. Paper cube. Skull loop. Okay. Amazing. Maintaining this software for 30 years. Hats off to you, JaggerG. Very impressive. Probably It is amazing that he posts all these, and there's like YouTube videos for all of them. I love X Screensaver. Late 90s, I was running the cool one, the Matrix one, obviously. This one, GL Matrix. Hardware accelerated screensaver in the late 90s. Unbelievable. Does he have music on it? Oh no, he just has weird computer noises. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Can't remember if you can move the mouse around in X Screensaver or not. There's some game I used to play in that era on Linux in like 1997 that was like a gravity-based game, almost like playing pool, but it was based on gravity wells. I have no idea what it is, and I have not been able to find it. Maybe I can ask ChatGPT to figure it out. Okay, we should probably finish this puzzle. Sorry, Jagger, I'm really dragging. So, what? We just got this 7 for free, right? No, we were doing other stuff. We got this 9, 2 digits summing to 8. We have every digit in the universe here. We did this thing, which was exciting. 2 digits summing to 8, 2 digits summing to 9, which is meaningless in Sudoku. 3 digits summing to 20. 3 digits summing to 20. Does that have to be 5, 7, 8? How else are we going to make 20 in 3 digits? 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21. And 5 plus 6 plus 8 is only 19. So I think we have to do 5, 7, 8. So this is a 5, 7, 8 triple. Does that sound true? I'm not going to pencil mark that across boxes. I do like the, yeah, I mean, screensavers are a lost thing, and everybody now just says screensaver when they mean wallpaper. But in the latest Mac OS, I think it is kind of cute that they have the video screensavers, but when you start your computer, they still are animating, and then they come to a stop and it becomes your wallpaper. So actually your screensaver and your wallpaper are the same. I don't super love the ones they ship with, but it really is a pretty charming effect that you like log in, you turn on your computer, you're animating over the trees or whatever, you log in with Touch ID, and then the background slowly eases in to stopping and goes from screensaver to wallpaper. It's pretty good. Wow, chef's kiss. It's good stuff. This is going to be 5-2 or 3-4. This is going to be some bucket of nonsense. This is going to be 6, 7, 8. This we don't know. This is going to be 2 digits that sum to 9, which could be anything on Earth. This is going to be we don't know. This is going to be 4 digits that sum to 14, not including 1. 4 digits that sum to 14, not including 1, is just 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 for these, which means the leftover digits here, this is a 6-8 pair. Is that right? All right, Bex, thanks for stopping by. I think that's true, that this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and that the 2 is here. So this is a 3, 4, 5 triple. I guess we could start pencil marking some of these things we do actually know. Like, we think this is definitely 6, 7, 8, and that's not the 6. And that this then is whatever's left over. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is not the 2. Right? 6, 7, 8 is going to be 21. 2 digits that sum to 9. Not quite sure. These is going to sum to 14. This is going to sum to 30. Sorry, this is going to sum to 31. These digits are going to sum to 21. So 3, 4, 5 with the 7 here means that this has to be, this can't be a 5, because if this was a 5, this would have to be a 2. to make the 7 work, and there's already a 2 there. So that's not 5. So this is 3 or 4, so this is 3 or 4. So we get a 3-4 pair here. So this is 5. So this is also a 3, the other half of the 3-4 pair. 22 between the 1 and the 9, and we already have 7. So these 2 digits have to sum to 15. Yeah, so this is already 7. We have to make 22 in here. So these 2 digits have to sum to 15. And the only way to do that without 6, 9 is 7, 8. So that is a 7, 8 pair. So this is a 6. That true? And that only leaves a 3, 4 pair out here. And that can't be 4, so that's the 3 and that's the 4. That seem correct? 22 in the middle? I think so. And 14 in the middle. This one, we just don't know what's going on. This one, we need 2 digits to sum to 8. That are not 1, 7. 4 is not involved, so it's either 2, 6 or 3, 5. I don't know which one. We need 2 digits that sum to 9, which there's a lot of ways to make a 9. Guess we don't have 1, 8, but we do have 2, 7, 3, 6, or 4, 5. There's some limitations there without the 2. Like, I guess it's not 2, 7. And the 3, 6 could only go one direction, but the 4, 5 looks like it could go either. He's 17 in here, but we already have a 6 or an 8. Which is interesting. So these 3 digits either sum to 6 or 9. Where do you have the 7 there? This is a little constrained, right? This is 7 or 8 or 6. It's basically a 6, 7, 8 triple. I'm going to say, oh, we obviously know this, but this one doesn't have a sandwich clue. Okay, so how do we want to think about this, everybody? 2 seems to be here. Oops. This seems to be 3, 4, 5 triple. This seems to be the rest of the 6, 7, 8 triple. I don't know if that really helps me. This number is relatively small. Okay, sorry, I feel like I'm losing the thread a little bit. I'm probably going to finish up after this puzzle. I didn't even mean to do this puzzle, but I was lured in. But I may stream later today and pick up back on the project I was working on last night. Probably. That's what I'm guessing. I'm gonna go eat some food and stuff. Okay, so the which it took a while to get there, but I'm pretty pleased with where I landed last night on that fluid synth stuff. It seems to be working reasonably well. I have ideas on how to finally land that project that I've been working on ignoring all year long, but finally getting back to it. I kind of just want to do a little Sudoku check, I guess. I mean, I don't really want to, but maybe time. One of you people is a 2. It's not true at all. Sorry. One of you people is a 2. We don't have as much variety as I thought we did. It's definitely 4 in here, but we know that. Definitely 6 over here. No 8s. Okay. I thought we had more digits than we do, but I guess not. Oh, is my internet being bad? Or is your internet being bad? Who has bad internet? Could be me. What do we want to think about? We want to maybe think about like where 4 goes or something. Because we already are at 8 here. So if we did have a 4 in here, we would also have to have a 5. We know there's not a 4 here. In fact, let's just think about what these could be. We need to make 9 and 2 digits, right? So this needs to sum to 17. We already have 8. We need 2 digits that sum to 9. That is not a 1-8 pair, and it's not a 3-6, and it's not a 2-7. So it is just a 4-5, right? There's no other way to do it. It's not 1-8. It's not 2-7. It's not 3-6. So this is a 4-5 pair, I think. And then this becomes, oh, I suddenly got a pizza craving. Oh my gosh. I just became overwhelmed with thoughts of pizza. 3-7-8, but that's not the 7. We end up with a 3-7-8 triple here, just out of nowhere, which is exciting. So we just need 2 and 5. That means that 2 is up here, which is not as cool as I thought it was going to be. You guys want some pizza? What's a pizza? Oh man, what's a pizza? Okay, sorry. I was looking for some easy wins, but not jumping out at me, gotta admit. Yeah, the 6 is already good. Okay, 6 is over here. There's a 6 down here. I don't think that means anything to anybody. Probably need to reevaluate our sandwiches, right? So this one is done. In fact, should we have it just a little pen tool party, just to make sure that we have the sums where we want them. So we have 21 in here accounted for. We have 17 in here accounted for. We have 2 in here accounted for. We have 7 and 7. We have 14 in there accounted for. We know that this is 31. We know that this is 0. A pizza Sudoku? That sounds great. This is going to be a 7. This is going to be 15, 20, 22. This one's definitely 35 without even thinking about it. This one, we know there's a 2 in here, so we know there's a 6, right? Somehow we said there was a 2 down here. Yeah. So there's a 2 in here, and we know you need to sum to 8. So this is a 2-6 pair, which gives us our 8 and removes 6 from here. Right? I think that's true. We need a 9 in here with a 4-5. So this is not a 3. So this is a 4-5. So that 9 is good. Did we? No, we didn't do this yet. I'm gonna think about that a little bit. This one we didn't quite figure out. This one we figured out. So we're doing pretty well on our sandwich clues. This, what did I say we didn't look at? This one we didn't quite figure out yet. It's relatively limited. And this one, which is also relatively limited in terms of what options. We have a 3-4 pair here, so this is not a 3. So then we get a 7-8 pair. So then we're just missing 2, 5, and 6 to go with this 2, 5. I don't know if that helped me in any way, but there it is. Oh, we have a 7-8 pair here. So that is a 3. That makes this even more constrained. That makes this the 8, this the 7, this an 8, 7, pizza. I can't stop thinking about it. Give me pizza. Pizza. I want pizza. How much does it weigh? Internet. Classic. Okay, sorry. We do have that 6, 7, 8 triple. So what are we doing? I feel like I've lost the thread a little bit. Surprising no one. Look, we have fewer digits than I think we have. It looks like there's stuff all over this grid, but there's still a lot of ambiguity. Whipped cream poured like waterfalls. That one line where the one little girl says, "Eh, put it in the pizza." The slow motion voice, she sounds exactly like Ed Rock from the Beastie Boys. That's my favorite line in that song. Love it. So, put it in the pizza. Apparently 7 is over here. So that makes this a 6, 7 pair, and we know the order. That's the 6, that's the 7. And we had a 2, 5 pair. So this is what? 3, 8? And this 3, 8 pair is going to remove this 3. So we get a 4, 5 pair here. The 2, 6 pair here. So 3, 7, 8 here. And put it in the pizza. Okay. I keep feeling like surely we have enough digits now to think about Sudoku, but maybe we actually don't. I mean, you know, normally I don't want to do Sudoku, but now I'm trying to do Sudoku and I can't. It's not possible. 6 is there, 6 is there. Put it in the pizza. 7 over here somewhere. Who cares? Okay. I apologize. I feel like I'm slowing down. Losing momentum. What? We could probably just think about this, right? We could probably just use our brains and think. Shoot. Okay, sorry. I'm going to do a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back. And I need to stand up because my watch told me to. Whipped cream pouring like waterfalls. Okay, what were we doing? We're just being slow. So it's not Sudoku. We got to think about some totals. Probably we can actually just figure this out. So if this was what? There's definitely, okay, there's a 6 in here for sure. Right? That is a given. We know there's a 6 in here. So we know we have 9 already. because we have a 6 and a 3. So we definitely have 9, and we need to make it. So we need to make 12 in 2 digits. So this is a 5. And then the other digit down here, what did I say? 12 in 2 digits is a 7. So there's no 8 here. So this is the 8. Does that seem true? That gives us 21 here. So that gives us this 7. There's no 2 here. Oopsie. 5, 6 pair. This is a 8 and a what? A 2, 8 pair? 3, 4 pair. No 8 here. I'm waiting for Skojo to say uh-oh and point out some terrible disaster. So we got 21 here, so we can mark off this one. So we just need, well, this one we just know. Wait, I'm sorry, we already did that one. Good grief, this one's finished. We need this one. So we need 3 digits to sum to 15. Right? That right? Oh, excuse me. Why does my brain not want to do that? This is what's happening. Okay, thanks, Kojo. This is where my brain, like the arithmetic, just crumbles, and it's embarrassing. What do we need here? This is a number between 2 and 6, basically, because this range is 11 to 15, and we're trying to make 17. So we could add 2 to 15, which is not allowed, and it's not allowed because we can't use the 2 again. So this number is 3, 4, 5, or 6, I think. I think is fair to say, because if this were 11, we could have a 6 here, and if it was 15, we could have a 2 here. We can't have the 2, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6. It can't be the 4. I could probably just use my brain a little bit and think about this, but my brain's tired. I've got a tired brain. I was just momentarily distracted by 5s. Or maybe they're irrelevant right this second. You're probably right. Just think of the leftovers. The leftovers. Like what's on the outside of this. Because this is going to sum to 17. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's a fair thing. This will sum to 17 plus 10. So this is going to sum to 27. And then this is going to add 7 to that, and that's going to be 34. So we need to make 11 in 2 digits on the outside with a very limited palette of digits. So these 2 digits need to sum to 11. Is that true? So for example, if this were a 4, this would have to be a 7, which is not allowed because we're already using 7. So this is not a 4. If this was 3, this would be an 8. Yeah, if this was 3, this would be 8. If this was 5, this would be 6. So this is a 6-8 pair. So we have a 6-8 pair here. So we remove the 6 from here. We get a 3-5 pair. So this is a 4. And now these Oops. Oh, let's just keep going. That's 5. That's 3, 4, 5, 4. No 4 or 5 here. No 3 or 4 here. So now we need, we have 17. We have a total of 6. We need 2 digits to sum to 11, which could be either 5, 6 or 3, 8. This is, what is this? This is a 2 or a 5 or a 4? Just thinking about pizza. Do we know this? I don't think we know this just this minute. This is going to sum to 6. This is going to sum to 11, right? We still have 2 ways to do that. So I don't think we quite know that yet. Yuki. So that is a 6-8 pair. I feel like I'm missing very obvious things. Let's start pencil marking and just hope for the best. So 3, 4, 5, 8. That sees an 8. That sees a 4. That sees a 3. That wasn't very good. It didn't help me very much. I'm going to be honest with you. That funny triple. 5 is down here. Does that mean anything to anybody? 8 is definitely up here. We got all of our other sums, right? Really, it's just this one. We just don't quite know the composition of this one yet. It's a sad story. Is there anything not accounted for here? No 5's in here. 8's there. I don't think so. 2, 6 pair. I'm going to go backwards. 9s. 8s we know so little about. 8s. It's 8 over here. 8's here. 8's here. 8's here. Do you know more about 7s now? A little bit more. 7's in here. Oh, okay. We're at 7 in this box. For some reason, we've told ourselves we can't have a 7 there. That's a 2, 6 pair. These numbers are not 7. There's no 7 in here. There's a 7 there. So this is a 7. It means this is a 7. It means this is not a 7. It feels like we have hundreds of 7s all of a sudden. But maybe not enough. So there's a 7 in here. CX's, I know so little about. There's lots of pairs. 5's. Down there. Up there. You know, over yonder here somewhere. Who knows? 4's. There's a 4 down here. A 4 here. So there's a 4 here. It's not very exciting. Not exciting, gotta say. I guess that means that this is not a 4. Because there's no 4's here. So there's definitely a 4 here. So this is not a 4. So that is 3, 5. I don't know if anybody cares about that. Maybe there was more to do with that. I don't know. 3's. This is just me being bad at Sudoku at this point. But that's fine. There's no pressure just being bad at Sudoku. It's easy. It's easy to be bad at Sudoku. It's relaxing, gentle, even. Nice, gentle. I feel like I'm just not looking at the right thing. Did I miss a total? Or did I like jump to some conclusion somewhere? Or am I just bad at Sudoku? That seems most likely at this point. So many little broken pairs in this. In this world. So you are 2, 3, 6, 8. Oh God, not a Y-wing. Please no. Please no. Oh no. Oh no. Not like an actual advanced Sudoku, just normal Sudoku. I can't do that stuff. Kidding me? Okay, well, I'm going to do the thing that is increasingly seeming fruitless. 2. That could be a 5. This box sucks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, oops, can't be 2. 3, can't be 4, could be 5, could be 6, can't be 7, could be 8. Okay, yeah, so there's probably we probably had to know how to do Sudoku. Okay, well, we have so many pairs. These pairs must talk in some way, right? One of these is definitely a 4. Oh, there's a 2-6 pair here. Sorry, this is not a 6. So 3, 5, 8, 3, 5, 8, 3, 5. So we have a 3, 5, 8 triple here, I think. Does that seem true? 3, 5, 8 triple. So this is not 3 or 8. So does anyone care about that? So this is 3, 4, 5, 8 quadruple. We now have a 2, 6 pair. We have a 3, 7, 8 triple. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 quintuple. Blah. It's 2, 4, 5. That is a 4 down here then. We already knew that through some other means. 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 8. There's definitely, okay, so there's definitely an 8 here. So there's not an 8 here. Yeah, definitely an 8 there. But annoyingly, 8 there or there, 8 there or there. Two. I feel like I almost see something. Sorry, I just have not. Maybe that's not right. I see chat moving out of the corner of my eye. Skoja's got it figured out. I'm not gonna look over there. I feel like I feel like I almost see something. What is it? Ugh. Maybe I don't actually see anything at all. Jagger said there was a hard part. Is this the hard part? Or did I make a mistake? That would be sad. 2, 2, 4, 5. We're done with ones. Twos. Are awful down here. Threes. Also seem awful. Fours. Nobody told me we'd be doing real Sudoku. No one warned me. Oops. Fours. Okay, sorry, chat. I will look. I'll look over in a minute. I'm just trying to see what I could do. I almost thought I was on the right track when I was doing the stuff down here, but maybe I was. 4 is definitely down here. 5s. Probably just overlooking something comically obvious. Another 4s, 4s, 4, 4, 4s. We kind of know what's going on with 4s, but just a little. Oh my gosh, maybe I don't know what to do. Okay, chat, I'm looking over. Okay, Skoja sings. A naked single right in front of me. Oh my gosh, a naked single. I just thought I looked so closely at everything. Okay, my sums really are done, right? Is that actually true? I just should actually make sure we're meeting the rules. So we have a 21 there. We do have the 7 here. We do have the 22 here. We do have the 35 here. This is something to think about, though. We really have to be thoughtful about the composition of what goes on here, right? We have the 8 here. We have the 9 here. We have the something about what goes on here. Felt like we've got that to its conclusion, and it's 11 on the inside either way, but maybe there's something more to think about. Like what happens one way or the other. We have the 7 here. We have the 21 there. We have the 17 there. We have the 2 here. We have the 14 here. We have the 31 here. The 8 definitely is in there. We have the 0 here. I think we've done all the clues. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we can reduce it more than that. Okay, so it just seems like a Sudoku-y kind of thing, right? So this one, I guess the places that have my attention are here and then in here, which is not not the most exciting. 5 is going to be here or here. 4 is definitely here. 6 is definitely here. So of these 3 digits, we know that we have 4 and 6 in here, and then either 3, 5, or 8. And that checks out. If this is a 5, this is definitely a 5. If this is an 8, oh, is this it? If I make this an 8, then this is an 8. I mean, maybe this is not actually going to resolve anything, but if I put an 8 here, then this is an 8, and then I can't put an 8 in box 2. Does that matter to anyone? Is that really true? 8 here. Oh, well, wait, I'm sorry. There's just, how did I miss this? It's just an 8 here, right? There's just nowhere else to put 8 here. Is that the naked single you were talking about? Oh, that's very silly. How did I not see that? Maybe that, okay, was that the naked single? That doesn't actually do anything. So it's still 4 and 6 with 3, 5, or 8. Do they 8 actually do anything meaningful? There's 3, 4, 5 there. We know the 4 is there. Big Plays, have a great night. Okay, are we in a nightmare scenario here? Okay. I mean, I'm just going to start saying words, I guess. That works every time. It's funny that that's not quite true. I was going to say, like, this is almost the only place we have 4 possibilities. We have it here as well. It's definitely a 4 here, and that 4 is going to be with a 2 or a 5. There's definitely a 4 here, but it has too many options. Definitely a 4 here, and it's going to be with a 3 or a 5. The other half of that pair. Oh no, I feel like we were just rolling into the home stretch and everything just seemed easy as pie. And then suddenly we've got to do Sudoku. There's some interplay with these. I'm just noticing, like, if this digit just has an immediate impact on both of those digits, right? Like, if this is a 5, then this is a 3. So this is a 2. But if this is a 3, then this is a 5, then this is a 2. But maybe that doesn't really matter in the world. Oh, if this is a 5, this is a 3, then this is a 2, and then these C 2 and 5, is that true? Sorry. Okay, if I make this a 5, this is now a 3, and this is now a 2, and both these digits are 4. I see. Okay, is that it? So then this must be a 3, so that must be a 5, a 2, and then that's a 4-5 pair, and that seems to work better in that it's not broken. Is that good? And then 3, 5. I hope that was correct. I don't want to look at chat. You're gonna tell me I did that wrong. There was like a lapse in my logic, and I'm gonna be sad. Oops. 6, 5, 8, 2, 8, 6, 8. Did that work here? No, that was wrong. Oh no, it was wrong. Oh no, it was wrong. It was wrong, wasn't it? It's not true. It's not true. Wait, okay, sorry. I thought I just did it. Let me do it again. What did I say? I said if I put a 5 here, this is a 3. This is a 2. I'm sorry, did I do it backwards? Okay, that's just not true. It just wasn't true. Okay, I knew it was too good to be true. Right, if 5 here makes this a 5, not the, I did it wrong. Okay. I knew it was too good to be true. I just wanted to pretend for a minute like it was working. But it does feel like there's something here, right? Is that, am I wrong? Like this being a 3. Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. I think I think I'm not telling the truth is the problem. A 5 makes this a 3, makes this a 2. 5 makes this a 3, makes this a 2. That part was right. And 3 makes this a 5, makes this a 2. So that part is true. So did I, 5 makes this a 3, makes this a 2. But that's still okay. Or at least up to that moment. So does one of those or the other break instantly? This land of two 6s is also very suspicious to me. Well, does this just always hang on? Like, if this is a, I think this does break because of this total, right? Because of the impact of the 2 on the 6, forcing that. Sorry, I just want to look at that piece. So if this is 5, 3, 2, 6, means 8, 6, and then this is okay. So is that the problem? And I just did it backwards. Because if this is 3, 5, 2, maybe that doesn't actually cause any problems. Means that this has to be the 8, and this has to be the 6. Or maybe that is okay. Okay, maybe that's not actually a problem. Or is it? I mean, am I wrong? It just feels like there's something with this little configuration here that is going to break this total. I mean, I saw that obviously it eventually breaks it, but I don't just want to go by the fact that I broke it. Because you can also think of it as, if this is 3, this is 6, this is 2, and then this is a 4 or 5 pair, and this is 8, and this is 8. Right? But if this is a 5, this is 8, this is a 2-4 pair, and this is 6, and this is 3. So that becomes a 2-4 pair. So this is 5, this is 3, this is 2. Three to go with the 8 to be 11. Actually, is that a thing to think about that we haven't thought very much about? The outside sums? I don't know that that really matters. I mean, knowing that this is 21, 31, so then this... Wait, sorry. 21, 31, 35, 10. This one we just know fully. 2. So 12. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to help that much. Just trying to figure out if there's like a remainder thing outside of the doodads, but this is always 15. I'm sorry, always 14. That one's taken care of. This one is always going to have the same remainder. This one's always going to be the same. This one, yeah, I don't think that. I think that's not useful. This one's just annoying because it's 11 either way, but I don't think it actually tells us anything. So I think that's not really useful. Because the fact that we have all the insides just means we have all the outsides, right? So that's not a useful thought. Why do I keep feeling like there's something... Five always ends up these are friends. Oh my gosh. What a debacle. Definitely 4 here. Doing a bad job. Oh, wait, there's a thing. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to look too closely because it looks like there was something helpful there, but I did see something about... Oh, wait, was that what we were... Was I just saying the same thing? You were saying row 7, column 7, row 8, column 6. Right. These... These are the same digit. That is the thing we're comfortable with saying, right? And these are the same digit. And what? So what? These are the same digit. This is fun now. It's just fun. else. Six, 8. There's another 6, 8 lurking over here, but I don't think I can. I don't think I know its secrets. Keep your secrets then, 6, 8. These two digits are the same. This is just getting silly. Those are both the same digit. Are there more? Feels like there's more. This digit is definitely, this digit is definitely over here. Wait, hang on. Okay, is this true? Sorry, this is now just very silly. This is a 6 or an 8. So this digit sees both of these. So these two digits are the same. This digit in this box is not down here. So one of these is pink, right? Because there's no 6 or 8s up here. So one of these is pink. That means that one of these is pink. But maybe that doesn't matter. One of these is pink, which is actually fine, right? Because one's, oops. Oh, how did I do that? One of those is pink. But maybe that doesn't mean anything. One of these is green. Sorry, I got excited for a minute because I thought I was going to say this is pink, but of course that 8 could be pink. Pink's up here. Pink is in some dumb place. Pink's in here or here. Pink's up here. Pink's over here. Pink's here. I don't know, maybe pink is not cool. That almost felt like it was going somewhere, though. I have to say, I almost felt for a brief moment like I was going to have something to say about pink. Two, 6. Green is down here somewhere, but again, I don't know if that really matters to anybody. It's going to turn into a coloring puzzle because I just don't know what to do. Oh, but I have a problem. Orange could be blue, right? Orange could be blue, everybody. What a crisis that would be. Okay, I'm going to think about this a little bit because now it has my attention, even if it's a terrible idea. So, pink and red, and then this is also red. The problem is couldn't this be pink? One of you is red, one of you is red. That means this is not red. So this is not, well, we knew it's not red, but it could be pink. Here's the problem here. One of these is pink. I'm sure this is infuriating to watch. I apologize. I mean, this one is ridiculous. What is going on with this person? It's certainly not pink. Of this, I feel confident in telling you. One of these is pink. It's funny. Okay, sorry. I know I'm just way off track now, but I'm just gonna just bear with me as I spiral into madness. One of these is pink. But does that mean I was just trying to think what that means for red in the world. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Well, I guess I'm trying to, what I was going to ask is like, but it could be like 2-6, and then I could have pink and red down here. So I don't think that quite matters. Because what there's something interesting if we can like combine the pinkness and redness between our 2-6s and our 6-8s. Like, that seems like almost a valuable thing to know. The issue being that right now this could be red. If red was 6 and this was 6, then it could be red. But red could live in a number of places. So I was just thinking about red down here, but I don't think I have sufficient information about that. So maybe this is all just an absurd waste of time. It feels kind of close though. It's funny how many of those there are. Like, but I just don't see really how to like have those travel around, like to know this guy. Oh, this guy's blue, huh? Where does blue go in this column? Blue can't go down here. None of these are 3 or 5. That's not 3 or 5. So this is blue. So those are the same digit. So this is not blue, but it could be green. Green is in this box is up here. I'm sure everyone is losing their minds. I apologize. Now I'm just on my own little personal mission just to have a good time making things different colors, because what else would I do? It also means blue is up here. So this is a green-blue pair. And what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Really. Because green could be here, or this could be green. Really almost feels like there's something to this. Almost. But maybe I'm looking at the wrong colors. Like if we could know something about like the 3-4 situation versus the 3-5 situation, that would be cool. But we'd have to see them both. Like something would need to see them both. And I just don't see how to get green around the grid. You know? Blue and green are here. Is there a way to do this? Actually, like the 3-4 seems like it has more to say. Maybe that's not true. So we tied all the 3-5s together. The 3-4s. I just don't know that they go very far. Yellow's up here somewhere. Orange is up here somewhere. So orange is in here somewhere. I don't know, everybody. I know this is awful. Oh, I don't want to just start like picking possibilities, really, but maybe that's where I'm headed in my life. Possibility picker. I'm awful at spotting Y-wings, by the way. Six, 7, 8 situation. Definitely 8 there. Not matter to anybody? These 2 6s are just... Can't stop looking at them. So we have 2, 5, 6, 8 down here. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just really not seeing it. The color match was fun, though. I mean, maybe I just didn't carry it far enough. Maybe I need even more colors. Is that what you're telling me? Make even more colors? I'll do it. Like, if I could get this 6/8 in there, it wouldn't mean anything, but it'd be fun. Oh, a grand old time. I don't really see how to do that. Okay. Well, I was... So you're saying in 789, look at the 2 6/8s. Which, this is so suspicious, right? This just seems outrageous. This is definitely a 2/6 pair. Does it propagate around in some crazy way where if I make like this a 6, I'm sorry, if I make this a 8, this is a 2. Let me think about this for a second. Because you can see some like crazy possibility of something happening here, right? Like that would make this an 8. If this was a 2, if this was a 6, if this was a 2. So if I put a 2 here, this is a 6, and this is a 2, then this is an 8, then this is a 2, then that's fine. So if it's 2, 6, 2, 8, 2, then this is not broken. Maybe it doesn't break either way. But if it's 6, if it's 6, 2, 6, 6, 2, 6, then this is 8, 2, 8. 6, 2, 6, and 8, 2, 8. Eight, 2, 8. And that was 6. Oh my gosh, I'm 6, 2. I'm gonna just have to like start typing it in because I'm just not suspending this in my mind very well. Let's just do it. We've been doing this too long enough. So if this was, we said if it was 2, 6, 2, 2, 6, 2 makes this 8, 2. But that doesn't seem to be too nightmarish, right? That makes this a 4 or 5 pair. So this is a 3, 6, 8. I don't want to go too far. But if it was 6, 2, 6, then this is 8, 2, 8. That becomes a 4 or 5 pair, and that's a 3, and that's a 2. Something immediately breaking that I'm just not seeing by the... Or is it with this? Was I paying attention to the wrong thing? It was like the 5, 6 and not the 2, 8. Oh my gosh, what am I missing? What an embarrassment. I feel like we were doing pretty well in this puzzle and then it all just fell apart here at the very end. I really am bad at like basic, I will, you know, like advanced straight Sudoku techniques because I just never, they never come up. So what's my problem? This digit definitely ends up here. And this digit definitely ends up here. This digit can be in a billion different places. Oh my gosh. This 2-8 pair, how does it, do I just need to do it both cases? So 2-8, I just need to do it. 6, 2. That does the 6-2-6. Oh, is it really that simple? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did I not even pay attention to the fact that that was always a 2? Hang on. 2, 6, 2 made this 8, 2. And 6, 2, 6 made this 8, 2. It's always 8, 2. Is that the fun thing here? That I just should have looked at the optionality here. Right, because if you put an 8 here, then a 2 goes here, which instantly flows through here and breaks this square. And I just, even though I said it out loud, I wasn't paying attention that it was the same either way, which is very silly. So yeah. 6, 2, 6 means this is 8. So you get 2, 8. And 2, 6, 2 means this is 8. So either way, you get 8, 2. Okay. Well, shucks. Now what? What did I just do? We get a 4 or 5 pair, so that's a 6, an 8. Embarrassing. Just so bad at spotting stuff like that. Truly bad. Especially as you saw, I just said it out loud that these were the same in both cases and still didn't register it. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to see this. Okay. So this is good though, right? Because now that means this is definitely a 5 and this is definitely 3, 2, 5, 4. What a curveball at the end there. Oops. 2, 6, 3, 6, 2, 3. This is perfect timing because it's almost time to stand up again. 5. We did do this correctly, right? 17? Yeah. Okay. Ugh, I'm so bad at spotting things like that. It was so suspicious too. This 626 was so suspicious. Skojo wins again. Yeah, it makes total sense. And now that you say it, I mean, it's embarrassing that I went through both scenarios and it was the same in both cases and I didn't even catch it. Jagger, that was a roller coaster with a precipitous drop off at the end. I felt like I was like, oh, I'm breezing through this. This is great. It's got fun logic. There's lots of like interesting ways to think about sandwiches, which I really liked. There were lots of like, yeah, most of the sandwiches had kind of like a fun little variation of how to think about the sandwiches. And then at the end, I can't believe what you've done, what you did to me. Is it on Logic Masters or not yet? I can't remember what you said. Do you say it's not published yet? I liked it. I really, all of the sandwich stuff. I'm just embarrassed at the end that I fell off so precipitously. Well, it's, you know, okay, it's funny. So I would say it actually, I would almost say that up to, like, to do variant Sudoku, you have to be like you have to be like A grade at Sudoku, but not A plus, and not like S rank. And I think there's certain like advanced Sudoku to make, like, not that Y-wings are the most advanced thing on earth. It's just it's so rare that they come up in variant Sudoku. And then there's all the stuff that, like, oh, you know, what are they called? What's the fish one where you have like the what is that called? Swordfish. I feel like swordfish doesn't come up that much in variant Sudoku. Is this a swordfish or am I remembering the wrong thing? Oh my gosh, Jagger, how am I supposed to give you accolades if you don't go through the tedious? That means I have to do this just in case. It's very silly. Take a picture of my screen. Don't laugh at me. Laugh at me, it's fine. That is true. I have like my friend Wenna, who sets connections for New York Times, was starting to get into Sudoku, but the New York Times Sudoku, and she was sending stuff to me, and I was like, I don't know how to do this. This is boring. But I was able, you know, it is right. You learn to point out some things of like, oh yeah, you know, there's a pair here or triple here or whatever. But okay, that was the jellyfish. Okay, I'm gonna run the Blobz puzzle. Really enjoyed. That was a great one. Thank you, Scojo, for catching my early error. Jagger, I really enjoyed this. I'm like I said, I'm not normally drawn to sandwich puzzles on stream in particular, just because I lose the ability to do arithmetic. But this one was like, it had a nice flow and good variety, which I think it's a thing that I get that I don't like sandwich puzzles often, or at least the handful I've done. I haven't done a ton, where they just feel like, okay, I kind of get it and I'm just doing the same thing. But this one had some different ways of thinking about it that was fun. Yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. And yeah, maybe we'll see how timing goes, but this next week, I don't have a job anymore, so it's very exciting. So I think I will be streaming some project streams. So I will catch you all next time. So thanks, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.